so I was in a commercial audition. This was like 100 years ago, and it was for Captain Crunch. And they,
Wait, did you? Go ahead. I think I know what you're gonna say.
And it was the bad guy. That and then he was like a Frenchman or whatever, and then when I get to the callback, they go, can you do an old woman? And I was like, oh no, my agent goes, you got to call back for that Captain Crunch commercial, and I go, oh yes, I was like awesome because it was going to be like this whole thing or whatever. And then they were like, well, no, you're called back for 2 parts. And I was like, oh, but I only auditioned for, I think Captain, the captain is animated, if I'm not mistaken. And she goes, oh, no, there's like an old woman who's a teacher, who's like this English teacher. And I was like, okay. And they're like, they want you to read for that part. So I got a wig and I got a skirt and some pearls. And I showed up to the callback, and there was all of these, everyone, the youngest person there was 80. There were like 10 80-year-old women there.
Oh my God.
And they were like, they saw me because they were doing the old women and the French. Like I was sort of at the end of the old women and then like the beginning of the French, so they could like have me read for both.
You can do both.
Yeah. And so they go, but I was the only one. And I get there and the women were so sweet. These like old grandmas, they were so nice. And they were just like, what part are you here for? And I was like, oh, I'm reading for the teacher. And they would go, oh, we're reading for the same part. Are you playing it as a? And I go, I think they're having me play it as like someone like you or like whatever. And they were like, oh, they were so nice. They're like, we hope you get it. They were like, they saw me as like their They were all so nice.
What the fuck?
It was crazy.
Dude, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know by right now you just got canceled for this story.
For being an old woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you understand, guys? This is how it was. Talent ruled the day. The fact, big props to General Mills, because I thought you weren't a Captain Crunch commercial. I thought I saw you as a captain. I don't know if I did.
No, I did.
Pirate or something.
Not
Did you get the old woman?
I didn't get the old
But
woman.
the fact that they brought him back 10, 12 years ago in an old woman, that's
15 years ago, maybe.
Isn't that beautiful? That's the way it was. Okay, there wasn't. It's called acting.
It was just fun.
It's called acting.
And maybe I'm wrong, but when I talked to those women, because I was last, and so they all went in before me.
Yeah.
And they were very supportive. I don't think that they were like, this guy's taking our parts.
What did they say to you at the end again?
Oh, I hope you get it. This sweet, I remember this woman, when I told them, I go, oh no, I'm reading for the part. And they all were like, really?
Fuck,
It was like a Sleepy Time tea commercial.
I know a couple of those old bags because they used to do my show. There's like 8 of these 80 and plus, but they work all the time.
All the time. I remember
all the time.
I went in for a job where next door there was a Gordon's Fisherman Audition, and there was all the old fishermen.
Yeah.
They all knew each other.
Yeah.
They were these very good-looking character guys in their 80s with white hair.
Who, like, you could put in front of a piece of fried fish.
Yeah.
And they look great with it.
They look great wet.
Yeah, really wet.
Yeah, just sopping old men. Those are the soggies.
Yeah. Fuck. So, wait, dude, I got to go back. So, God, dude, this is... reason I asked if you were broke, so you weren't exactly broke.
Oh, no. So then I had a time off, so I got this Jamie job, but we were such in flux because we had aired the pilot. Oh, we shot the pilot, by the way, and then they let everyone go except myself and Afion. And so then they were like recasting it, and then it became a different show completely, but it was still sketch-based, but it was more in the vein of Chappelle's Show, where he would sort of get up and do stand-up in front of a group of people, and then we'd like see the result or sort of the the elaboration of that bit. And then there were some new people that got brought in, and it was awesome, but like they didn't know what was sort of happening. It didn't have an air date, I want to say, and so but right before that, I was like, I have to go back to work. I have no money in the bank. I had sort of not burned through the commercial money, but it was like, I was having a real dip, and I was like, I am going to, and I was, no joke, I was planning out when I was going to have to go ask for my job back at like a cheesecake or something. Yeah.
Wow.
It really was like that. And then I got the Jamie thing, and it was sort of like, okay, this is cool. And then the next year I got, I mean, it was like literally back-to-back years.
And you got 2 broke.
Yeah.
Because that's amazing. Because I remember one of my first big almost jobs was a TV movie. Disney Channel was like starting to get into original movies.
Yeah.
And they did a remake, I want to say, of a Kurt Russell movie, because Kurt was like the original poster boy of Disney. I don't know if you know that. In the 60s,
Yeah, of course,
70s.
dude. The computer had tennis shoes.
Yes!
Come on, dog.
The computer wore tennis shoes.
Wore tennis shoes.
That's so, dude, are you in my brain? So the star of it was Kirk Cameron. And
Jesus' own.
yeah, and I was like up for like the best friend, like the boner character or whatever. And I went in, but I started like even more. It was like the associate, the casting, the director, the studio, like 4 times, right? And it was, I remember I auditioned on a Thursday afternoon. I was living in my friend's garage over by Pico. And it was right after, I want to say it was right after the earthquake. And everything was nuts. And I had fucking no money. I had a kidney issue. It was a whole long story. And they were like, killer job. We're going to let you know. And I was literally like what you just said, but I was like, I was broke. They were going to throw me out. Like, so I never forget this. I hated holidays. It was Thursday morning. And then that afternoon, everyone left because it was Memorial Day. And then Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. So each day felt like a year because I was like never this close to anything.
That's an LA thing, though, where it's like if
Huge.
there's a holiday.
Oh, fuck. They'll take it.
The first
They'll take it.
The 2 weeks surrounding 4th of July
Oh, Jesus.
are gone.
Done. How about this? Halloween is now a month.
Dude.
Jesus Christ. Flag Day. I mean,
anything that we can do here.
dude.
I know.
And then my agent calls me at the end of Tuesday, and they're like, they love you, honey, but they're just going another way. And I was like, nah. It was insane.
Who did they go with?
I don't remember. It was 30 years ago, 29 years ago, and luckily after that, MTV saw my tape, and I got a meeting, and then I was able to get what they call a holding deal. Yeah. Which was like...
big time.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I was right where you are, and then something dipped in, like you said, like something dipped for you. But what's crazy is that, the waiting for this shit is insane.